for better or for worse, until death do us part. That's what many people that get married vow as part of the vow to God and to each other, to be there as one flesh together for life. Yet here in the United States of America, many people that get married, especially like in the Bible Belt, Protestants and Baptist Christians, treat marriage just like a contract, and then you could just it's not for life. It's just until you can't work it out anymore, until it's time for the next chapter in life, or to find someone better or whatever. Back in Jesus' day in Judea, divorce and remarriage was a problem for them. It was a lot of people did that, and they were really surprised and shocked when Jesus said that marriage is for life, that two become one flesh for life, and what God joins together, no one can separate. I know his disciples were shocked. They said that if that's the case, it's better to never get married in the first place. The Apostle Paul also, in numerous places, talked about how marriage is for life. The man that Jesus said was the greatest man that ever lived, John the Baptist, that was his main, he preached repentance from sin, but like the big one that he addressed was the big one of that day, which was divorce and remarriage. The ruler of Judea, King Herod, John the Baptist told him that it's not lawful for him to have another man's wife. And he let John continue to go on with that, even though he put him in prison. But the person that really hated that was his adulteress, Herodias, who was another man's wife, and she was sick of John saying that, so she found a way to have him killed, beheaded for that. If John would have minded his own business and just live and let live, he could have kept his head, I guess. But that's not what we're supposed to do, because less than 40 years later, Judea was destroyed. If they would have repented and believed on Jesus also, they could have been spared. And today in America, people hate hearing that message that marriage is for life. They don't want to hear that. There's people that would love to see my head on a platter for saying that. And just like Judea back then, United States is getting ready to go down, and because of that main sin of forsaking the one that you vowed to be with for life, because of the hardness of the heart that can't forgive. You get cheated on, so you just, instead of forgiving, you throw them out. And that's not right. And, there's people, men, who are divorced their wives and remarried, and now they're the wives they put away are, struggling when they should be taken care of by that husband. They're going to have to answer to God for that. Until death do us part. Marriage is for life.